Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. And I'm hoping your Tuesday is going along very well. Okay, I think I might have had the music figured out now. At least we're... So, today we're going to work on two things. We've got this draw this pose in your style, which we were doing yesterday. And two, I have a quick commission I'm going to work on. Just trying to roll it out the door fast because the game is this weekend. So the character that needs to be done this weekend. So we'll have to see how that works. So grab your coffee and join me, and let's get started. Start with this guy here. So, yesterday we were doing draw this pose in your style, and that didn't change things. Okay, so I went on ahead and I copied the picture over here and just put it on another layer, but it, of course, is now totally the artwork, but that's okay. So I need to only finish really working on her hand up here and her hair, and that should be about enough. I think we're good. Kind of want to make her eyes a little larger. She looks a little older than I usually draw, I guess. So we've got one finger in there, one finger here, one finger here, and then a thumb. The thumb's on the outside. So we're just going to go on ahead and try to get just the hair kind of in this place here, because that's what we're doing is she's running her fingers through her hair. As the guide here has her resting her hand. I don't know, maybe I want to do resting her hand, but I made this a little further forward than that. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Maybe we should do that. Because hands are always like the brutalest things ever. Do I care about that idea? Alright. So let's fix some of these control points. And if you remember yesterday, we cleaned this up a lot so that it wasn't so messy, but it's still messy if for some reason. I don't know why we're crossed over like this. These guys should be the same critter, but they're not. That's okay. I know how to fix this. Now she looks like she's got real problems going on over here. But I'm extending out this arm, so that makes some sense. So we're going to take this control point right here, and we're just going to move it. There's a lot of control points moving here. Noticing that every time I trim it down, it seems to gain another control point in the tip. So I think I probably shouldn't fight those tips. Pro tip, don't fight the tip. I want to simplify this guy because he's too complicated. And I'm going to be carrying too much around with him because I really want to just make this go all the way out like that. Right? Make that happen. Like this. We've made a mangled mess of our arm, however, we're straightening it up so that it's easier to move and manipulate. Simplify that vector line. reason for simplifying, obviously, is that it makes it so much easier to control and handle, right? Once this line's been controlled like this, or simplified, now I can bring that arm up over her head. Not only that, it's more elegant looking. Of course, I'm trying to figure out, who is this? I don't even think this is a connected line. It's not even connected. Okay, well, there's that. That happened. So we're going to go like this. We're going to go like this. And this is the bone at your elbow. And this is her tricep. So I'm just going to let her tricep be like that. It makes it much more elegant. Let's get these forearms in here. Straighten up this line. Much better. Now, I'm going to take this line. Let it go this way. No. Now you've got it the wrong way. There we go. That's the critical part right here. Now, this guy has no. We don't want him to get caught up right here, because that's what's happening. See, we're getting. There we go. That's exactly what we're looking for. There, much cleaner and nicer. Now all we need to do is just straighten this guy out. And he actually probably could be, that's the same, right? There's two there. So part of the reason why we have a problem with this guy is we're not actually moving the arms. It looks like I must have gone deep and sketched. Sketching in vector is not an ideal situation. Right? It's like even with these guys here, it's just orphans. Need to be fixed, so we'll bring that back around. Like this. And make an elegant S curve out of it. And it looks like we even have more junk down here. There we go. Now when we look at that, a much more elegant line, right? So, we get, if you look at the original model here, you're getting this shadow here because the radius and the ulna are turned. They're actually leveled out. They're not crossed. This is where we cross our bones, and this is where our bones are straight. So, she has them straightened out, but that causes a deflection right here in the elbow. And we want to show that deflection over here. So we're going to use a line to indicate that, because, as I often say on my show, one line can make all the difference. So let's get this guy out. And I don't know what that is. I think that's a different line. That is a completely different line. How much sketching was I doing over here, I swear. Okay. I'm going to take this. There we go, just like that. And we're going to indicate that line that we just saw. Right? Coming across, we're indicating this line, that shadow we just saw. Right there. And that's this shadow we're seeing here. So, we just gave one line to indicate that shadow. And the other thing is, now this is too much of a point. It looks like it's disconnected. She's a ball joint. She has a ball joint here or something. But she doesn't. We just need to make sure she comes around the corner here. Right like that. Just enough that you can tell that that's one unit. adjust the line width. We want to scale down right there. Right there. Just tap it down. Tap it down. And it got too thick through the middle of that line there. We want to make sure that it stays tamped down. Like this guy right here. This guy too thick. We're going to cut the lines there. So I did some adjustment to my music. So if for some reason the music is too loud, give me a holler. It should all of it. Good morning, Michael. Good to have you on the show. I was just saying, I adjusted my music. So if for some reason the music's overwhelming, it shouldn't be. I think I adjusted everything to minus 15. So everything should be universally minus 15. So, Michael, this is an interesting what am I looking for? An interesting challenge that I'm working on right now. This is a draw this pose in your own style. I don't know if you've been on Instagram, hanging out on Instagram enough, but they have a lot of draw this in your own style stuff where, here's a picture of, a Lego man, draw it in your style. I'm just making stuff up. And those have been interesting, and I've tried doing a couple of them, but this is the first time where I've actually been like, oh no, this is cool. And that's draw this pose in your style. So you can draw any character you want. Just match the pose. And this is the pose to the left. So you can do whatever you want on the right. I just chose a girl in a swimsuit at the beach. But it's the same pose. I'm just matching the pose up. Right? I think that's a lot of fun. This is fascinating. I've been having a lot of fun with this. I kind of want to make her eyes bigger, though. I feel like her eyes are very small. That's because I'm a manga artist. But this is my style, so let's do this thing. Alright. So how have you been, Michael? I haven't seen you in a long time. Everything going well? No maniacal changes? Right? Isn't it interesting? It's an interesting idea. I like this idea a whole lot better. I can get into this more. So it's that. So... Okay, I made a mess of this, didn't I? I really did. I'm going to get in here close, and I'm going to simplify this vector line. Do that a couple of times. There we go. It's going good. Good. I haven't figured out a cute way to take over the world yet. That's fine. I get that. So I'm just simplifying these lines because there's a mess in here. Oh my goodness, look at that. They're like crisscrossed. I don't even know what they're doing. This line's like a mess. It's funny, but it's a mess. Oh, Michael, I've recently found the Mike and Guy show. If you are ever interested, I have that on my hard drive now. Michael and I were both in school for animation one time, many moons ago, and we made the coolest stop-motion animation ever. I'm just saying. I mean, I know I'm probably biased, but still, I still think it was the coolest stop motion animation ever. I'm not going to be convinced of this, I'm just saying. Okay, I don't even know what this is. Look at all of these lines. I don't even know where they're going. And so, anyway, I recently found said animation on my hard drive, which I thought was pretty cool. So if you ever want a copy, my friend, you are more than welcome to. It's sort of straightened out. I'm not even really sure what's going on here. I'm just gonna erase this part. Right? The Mike and Guy Show. It's time for the Mike and Guy Show. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing. It was certainly a work of art. It was a work of something. I'm not sure whether... No, it was a work of art. It was a work of art. We're calling it a work of art, and that's just the way it's going to be. Holy cow. Yes. This is what I get for trying to color the eye in Vector. Oh, it's such a mess sometimes. I mean, I've got to give props. At least we've got a lot of good... The vector controls are... Oops. The vector controls are very, very good with Clip Studio. I dig the vector controls here better than any other vector widget that I have ever had, because I don't like vector and I've never liked vector, and it's just the way it goes, but I am being slowly converted. And finally. It's still a mess, but not as much of a mess. I don't even know what that mess was all about. This thing. Anyway, Mike and I spent an inordinate amount of a night, an entire night at my apartment with this camera rig set up, doing just click, move, click, move, click, move. It was just so funny. Right? The vector controls rock in this. I really... But I don't know if you're familiar with Clip Studio Paint, but the best part about the vector controls is that I can just take a pen and just lay down a line. Just lay it down. And then I've got controls in the vector for it. Isn't that sweet? So I can move the vector line once I've drawn it, as soon as I drew it. I have never liked vector before because I couldn't hand draw. I couldn't do my style the way my style is. I couldn't do it correctly. And so now I totally can, because I can just vector the line in. I don't know what's going on here. People. There we go. Okay. Then, and this is the reason why what sold me on vector is that I can scale up the width like that, and it just looks so cool, right? I can scale it down too, and then just like the end here. That's so neat, right? You can go down, that's the end, and there we get this beautiful brush stroke, which looks just like I had meant to do that way originally. I meant to do that. I need to add that in, because of course it's the way I work. But let's go on ahead and work on these control points through here. give more control points to the end. Because I can tell that it's... There we go. I love my cheesy jazz. Nobody can make fun of my cheesy jazz. I've just decided that. And here I can bring out these 2 points so that they work like an eye. It totally has pin pressure. It's so cool. But I can do things with the pin pressure, which give me control like that. But then I can change that. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I want to scale this down a little. We'll scale up right through here. Right? Scale down out here. Right? Isn't that just so cool? That's what sold me on this. I have been using this program wrong. Then I watched a YouTube video, and I finally found out how you're really supposed to use the pen pressure on this, or how you're really supposed to use the vector tools. But that eye is gorgeous now, right? It started out kind of rough like this, but now I've cleaned it up and it looks really pretty, right? And we've gotten it all straightened out. And I can go through here now with the vector adjust, and there. And now this is an elegant little line just by doing that, right? Now it looks like I did that with a pen brush. So it's really, really cool. And then when you do things like this ear, which I need to bring in like this, and bring our hair around, it's really complicated. There's so many pieces going on here. I can't really easily grab all these things. Cheesy jazz is best. At some point, I'm going to get David Coyle to help me out with this. The music here. There. That's the thing. Oh, that's the other thing that's so cool, is the vector eraser can be set right here to erase up to an intersection. So I want to just get this tab. All I got to do is touch it right like that, and bam, it's trimmed right up to that. Right? And right here is now cleaned up. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I tell you, that's beautiful. Let me go here. Somebody's calling me, but I'm ignoring it. Somebody's calling me, but I'm ignoring it. I think somebody keeps trying to call to say congratulations. I have won 3 nights and 2 days at the resort of my choice, which probably is not real. If only I spend $1,500, I can... Sorry, guys. I'm an artist. I don't have $1,500. Ever. If I had $1,500, I'd buy more art supplies. A resort's great, but art supplies are better. So I'm gonna go on ahead and I'm gonna crisscross this like this and just put... Good morning, Donald. How you doing? We're cleaning this picture up, and I'm just going to release it as a black and white. So, now I can take the vector tools and adjust the line back here. I've got already kind of scaled it down like this, so I'm going to go ahead and let that go like it is. Some of these vectors there we go. Right? It totally does. Well, and I was worried about scaling up the eyes, but I felt like they were so small and beady. I didn't feel like she had beady eyes. But then you change the dynamic of this vector line, and she all of a sudden seems pretty decent. Not scary at all. Like, here's where let's get some of this tree. This is another one which probably has 17 control points. Look at that. What's going on here? What is wrong with me? Okay, let's fix these control points. Hey, this is probably an eyebrow trying to be decent here and being indecent instead. Indecent eyebrows. See, that's the name of my rock group, Indecent Eyebrow. Just there we go. Now we can change the control. Still an indecent eyebrow. There we go. That's all right. Donald, it's good to have you here whenever you can get here. And be a safe driver, so don't die. I'm all about the not dying part. So you do you. You do what you need to do. And especially when you're taking care of your hands. Okay, I'm just straightening that line up because it got wiggly through there. It didn't do anything. Okay, we're going to scale up this section right through here. Scale it down just a little right there. There. I'm just like amazed at how well this works. Okay, let's go after this other eye. Because we're going to have to fix this eye. We knew we were going to have to fix this eye. We knew it was just a matter of time. I don't even want to know what the mess is in here. Look at that. Oh my goodness. What a mess. Anyway, let's go after this guy right here. And we're just going to pull as much of this out as we can. And that way I can at least see what's going on here. We simplify this vector line right here. And we simplify a lot of it here. There we go. Now, we can let that one, we'll bring that one back in once we figure out what the heck's going on with everything else over here. Nope. That wasn't what we wanted to do anyway. Another short day, yeah. Well, and I didn't get to say this at the beginning of the show, but I'll say this now. I'm keeping an eye on my kid while he's this first week of school. So I'm going to have to break at 11:45 because that's his lunch. And we've got to kind of get that squared away. So I'll be also having a short day. I hope that wasn't him dying. And then I guess we'll find out. All right. So I'll be doing a short day as well. But we'll get this squared away here. All right. Do that. Do that. And this will at least get that out of the way. And I'm not sure why, but it seems like we've got crisscross lines through here. Oh, these guys out of the way, and it won't be so close. Once I get all of these on the other side of this line, then I can just take that and go with that, and go with that. And that gets rid of those two. Well, thank you very much, Don. The eyes are the first thing that we look at in character design and character drawing. And so, oh good heavens, this is just a disaster. So you want to work really hard on the eyes to make sure they're okay. You're fine. I'm guessing my kid's okay. So we're going to just do this. What we're going to do is we're going to utilize the fact that I don't need to do it. But I'm going to utilize this. I'm going to just bring everything above this line. If I had been smart, I would have not done this in the first place. But all of this is a learning experience. For me, I haven't done vector in my entire life. I hate vector, and I have had a rough time with vector all along. So we're going to we're working this problem right here. And this is a learning experience for me. And that's okay. That's totally okay. There we go. Let's see. Those guys there. Whew. That was a lot of junk we had to get rid of there. Now, bring this back around so that it does this. Nope. That wasn't what I wanted you to do. Nope. You need to come in here. And we're just going to use this darker, thicker line. And I'm going to use it to my advantage. I'm going to just, these lines are really close to one another. There we go. There, that's right. And this will allow us to not have to go back through later and redraw. I don't want to have to redraw this, so we're going to just use this line to our advantage right through here. And this will give us the effect of highlight in here without actually having to worry about putting in highlight. And then I'll have to do it later. And it's still vector. Ha 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 ha. Check me out being vectory. Alright. Now that we've done that. Whew. There's a lot of work in there. I felt like that was kind of like surgery here. Yeah, actually, Donald, to answer your question, I monitor all of his computer's stuff, activity. It gives me a report. Microsoft does. So he could be, but if he did, it will report it to me. So I get a report about that all the time. At some point, my goal with him is to make it so I don't need a report. He just does the right thing. That's the ultimate goal, but when you're 10, that's not on your to-do list, and I get that. I've been there. Okay, undo. There we go. I just need to put that in, and now we're going to tap in here, and I'm going to bring this control point back. I'm going to bring that control point back, and then that allows me to bring these control points in. And I need to really simplify that line. Alright. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to adjust the line width and scale it up. Work. Right. Yeah, this is really thing here. Okay. Now what we're trying to do is we're trying to get these two to not meet, but get close enough that they look like they're meeting. Almost. And then we have our little eyelash going out here, which helps. Now I like the shape of this eye. I like the shape of this eye a lot, so I'm going to leave that alone. But I am going to see if I can't just tap there, right? Tap there. And then we'll scale down right through here. Tap right there. Scale up right here. There we go. Now we're getting much closer to what I'm looking for. Now the only problem is I've moved this part of her eye now, so she looks like she's kind of cross-eyed. So we're going to have to fix it in here. That's okay. Good news is it's all vector, so all I'm going to do is just tap in here, move this up, move that up, move that up, move this, that. And then we're going to just take, and I kind of want to move along the line here. It doesn't take a lot. This isn't going to take a whole lot of movement. Just enough to move her eye over. Ooh, you ended up. I didn't want you to do that. Right. And this guy's going to go just a little bit of this. And that's part of what's making this happen, is at this point, it needs to be up like that. There we go. Now she looks like she's looking to the right. But that's absolutely true, Donald. I mean, the new experience has completely upped my game. I feel like, you look at this picture from the outside, and this is really a much more elaborate art style, and I'm able to do all kinds of things with it. And it's so much nicer. So, a couple of things also I want to fix. I'm going to fix this breast line here because I've got the breast here, and the breast really needs to be here. So I'm going to be moving that line over a little. Manga is all about one line. So, manga style is all about controlling one line. It's amazingly complicated. And so that's one of the things that's big about manga, is one line can make all the difference. And so we've got to move this line because it's indicating the wrong part of her body. Manga is all about letting the viewer fill in the details. So we're going to move this over like this. It's going to move under her arm. And I actually think we should simplify this line, because we got way too much going on here, right? Now we should be able to get much more control out of it, because we've got this kind of stuff going on now. I feel like I should simplify this line. Oh my gosh. And they don't cross. The other thing I'm discovering by doing vector more is how much of a wobbly hand I have. Clip Studio Paint, as I have said, I think a couple of times now, excuse was invented. Well, it's Celsus, which is the name of the company that does this. But they are they got Monkey Punch to work with them on this. Monkey Punch is, and you can see now, that did nothing more than just move the breast line over a little bit more, and that worked perfectly. I don't even do anything else. Monkey Punch used to do a manga called Lupin the Third, and him and Gonagai used to work together all the time. Monkey Punch unfortunately passed away about a year ago. I think it's been a year now. But he was into the forefront of trying very hard to get manga to move into a digital age and do this, what we're doing right here, and get this to move into this digital world. Monkey Punch was big on that. He was the first real digital artist, and he helped Celsus, which is the name of this company, he helped them create this software. And the software is designed solely for making manga, and that makes sense that we can control lines so much. So, because that, it's logical. Is it's a logical extension of about how we do. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked here by this, what I was doing there. All I'm doing here is simplifying these lines. Or simplifying them so that it doesn't take so much effort to connect them back up again. There we go. So, I had read a book that was talking about Monkey Punch being part of Celsus, and I thought, oh, that makes some sense, because this program is extraordinarily line concentrated. Just wipe this whole thing out. I don't even need you. I don't need you. I don't need you. And we'll cut that to the line. There we go. Now what I can do is just take this guy right here and bring him in. But manga is all about the line, and about line weight and line control, and giving indications of things where things don't. That way, in American comics, we do a lot of hashing and shading and things like that. And in manga, you don't have. See, Michael, I knew you would totally get vector envy on this one. But the ability to control these lines is just so amazing. I mean, I hate to say that I'm a horrible manga artist, but I'm not a horrible manga artist. I'm just really bad at line control. And that's always been one of my sort of bugaboos. You know what I mean? It's like, it's given me fits for a long time. And so, oops, I need you to cross over you like that. Now what we can do here now, knowing that my lines are wider through here, you want, hair has to thin out, obviously, to make some sense. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to increase the width through here. And then, there we go. And that kills it right up to that that line there. And this actually has an intersection through there too. So this has an intersection as well. And this just helps. That intersection eraser is amazing. It is amazing to me. I don't even know how I put an intersection eraser. We're going to adjust the line width again because I did mess up a little bit on our arm coming through here. So we're going to zoom in, and the first thing we're going to do is simplify our arm because it's clearly like not simplified. There was too much simplification there. And then that way we can go through here. And I've got it looks like two lines. So I'm going to pull that line out. I'm going to pull this line out. Pull it through. Like this. Trim. And then one of the other tricks that you can do here is connect these vector lines. Now it's one. Right? So I don't have to mess with it anymore. It's just one line in here. And it's connected. So now I can kind of do this and this and this and this. We say simplify, and we simplify that until it stops being a jerk. There you go. Good job. Now, with this, we can totally do this kind of thing. Then we can bring that up, bring this up. And this is really what I was after here, is that I have a thick line, thin line, thick line. And I really kind of wanted this. This looks way too bland. So we're just going to adjust the line width, scale it down, like that. And we'll scale up through here. Right there especially, and scale down right back here. And that gives life to that there. All right, scale that down a little too. And we'll have some life through here. We're just livening up the line a little. Wish it wasn't fluffy like that. Fix width. So we can just fix the width all the way down. Now we can scale it up and it won't be so weird. There we go. So now we got line control. And line control was totally a thing I never had good luck with. Simplify the line through here. Fix its width. This. That's how you can tell where these things are. Connect. Now that's one line. Wow, two lines full. And also, let's see, we got a mess down here too. Like, that's not even important. It's a complete line that doesn't exist. Doesn't need to exist. Clear that. Well, I've become an expert at this suddenly. Look at me. Look at me being awesome. Everybody can be awesome. That's the best part. Even learning a new task. Do so much better. We think we can. I think it's always like our biggest problem as humans is that that looks so clean. Look at that. It looks so nice. Nice and clean lines. Doing great. All right. Okay. I feel like this line also is going the wrong way, so we're going to take a look at that. And I'm going to do the same thing I did with everything else. I'm going to simplify this vector line so that it's just one. I'm going to simplify this vector line so it's just one. It makes it so much easier to control, because then we can experiment a little with this, right? There's its control line. Okay. So let's experiment at touch. No, stop adding lines. Stop adding points. There we go. So let's talk about this. If we go more like this, how does that look? There we go. Much more like what we're looking for. If you look at her strap, it goes almost straight down like this, the strap. She's wearing a different kind of outfit, obviously, than a swimsuit. But this should be more like this to indicate that curve. And that's what we're after here. Right, we're trying to indicate this curvature here. And this allows us to bring this out more like that. You can see how that now gives the indication of the breast without actually having to draw in lines for that. There we go. Trim, trim, and poof. Bob's your uncle. There we go. So, completely doing this, and you draw it in your own style, and I have been avoiding her left hand like the plague because I really don't want to mess with it. So, I think I'm going to give as much implication of a hand as possible without actually having to get in there and do the hand. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that there. And that there. And then she's got her hands in her hair, and that's fine. Maybe that, like that. And then I'll just give more hair that's flying out like this. Whoa, too much hair. That's still probably too much hair. It's okay. You know what's wonderful about this? I'm going to simplify it. And then I'm going to simplify that. I'm going to simplify that. And I'll simplify that. Look at it. Then we can take this. And we can do that. And it's like her hand has been messing up around here. And then I don't have to mess around. I'm cheating. I'm so cheating. It's like a lot of things. We just do what we can to get the job through here. Because it's just destroying the fingers. This is going to be one of those, did he mess it up? I think he messed it up sort of things, and then it's going to be like, oh, he didn't mess it up. Now it just looks like she has a really long middle finger. And I don't know if that's going to work. I think it will. Maybe she's just some kind of demon, right? It could happen. I don't need to do more than that. Her hand is implied. And actually, I think that works just fine just the way it is. A couple more little things, and we'll call this one done. So all I'm doing here is just making it so I can easily get in here and just correct the table. That's because you really want the table out. You see? I'm sure I'd get really fast at this. Like, I'm realizing there's quite a few errors that I have made, which would make this remarkably easier for me. So I can fix those errors. And then this could be done much faster. Is the kitten in here? The kitten's in here. I can tell. Yeah, well, we'll have to worry about the kitten later. So we have a new kitten, and he is remarkably entertainingly destructive, as all kittens are. And nothing new in the world of the universe here. Kittens are destructive. In other news, rain is wet. Okay, so I'm just giving some life to her hair here. There we go. And that's all we're doing here. We're just giving some life to her hair so that it tapers nicely and heads out correctly and does what it's supposed to do. Simplify vector line. Let's simplify this line. There we go. Now we can adjust this correctly. With simplified lines, man, everything just looks elegant. Really addicted to the simplified line function. That's an entire thing. It doesn't even exist. That's, I think, what I was headed for the first time. And we'll just do this. Much more elegant. We're just, ooh, that's simplified. I'm going to get in there close. This one. Now it's elegant too. Ooh, I like this so much. I know that I have now made Michael have to go out and see whether he can get his hands on a copy of this. I can already tell if that's what's happened. Sorry, Michael. Although that definitely is one of those sorry, not sorry moments, because you and I can discuss shop on this one. You know, and so there's certainly something cool about that. There we go. No, crisscross them, and that way I can do that. All right. Now we'll adjust the vector line. Scale it out. hear my kid giggling about the kitten, and it makes me worry that he's not doing schoolwork, but rather playing with the kitten. Well, I'm just giving some variety in the line in there. Okay. I feel like that's a good picture, right? I feel like we've got ourselves a pretty decent picture here. And we drew this in our style, or we drew this pose in our style. So I'm going to shrink her down a little so that she's not in the way of the hair. There we go. All right. I feel like that's good. And about the right time, too. So we're going to save. And I'm going to now work on a quick commission that needs to be done. So this is a piece that needs to be done for a game that's going on this weekend. So I'm going to try to roll through it quickly and figure it out. We've got a couple of things to do. I mean, I've pretty much done the basic line work so far. So we have specifics to go through now, not the least of which is make sure that all of our vectors are simplified, especially where lines get wiggy. Nope. Like I said, I've made my life a whole lot harder in a lot of ways by doing this because I still draw like I'm working in raster. And then I'm not actually working in raster. So okay. Pinch that a little more there because we're right at the hip where the leg wants to come out of the hip bone. So we'll pinch this in a little bit more right through here. Don't want to pinch in too much because we've got all of these little things over here, widgets and doodly bops. And she's got a whole bunch of stuff on her belt. So just make sure that everything is as stable as we can make it. There we go. This is a character whom isn't very hippie to begin with. She doesn't have a lot of hip. So it is definitely we're just going to simplify those two and get in here and around like this. This is our armor plate. This armor plate right here needs to be in the corner. Again, with these, sometimes it's just one line. Makes all the difference. All right. I feel like this side's probably a mess too. Yeah. So push out here to indicate a breast line. Otherwise, it starts to look kind of weird. It is armor, so it's not exactly going to be it's not going to be shapy. You don't want it to be shapely. It's armor. I think any combatant who wears armor would really rather it wasn't shapely. So she's going to say she'd rather it wouldn't be shapely and fit it around her breasts because it seems weird. This is a combat thing, and you really don't want that. So, bring this across. And all I'm doing here is I'm just tying these together. Okay, because this really should be more like that. Because it's coming around the side here. And it's bumping out. Because it just has a fit on the bottom part where it just snaps in. So, we want to... One of the interesting things about character drawing is you have to kind of think through how these things work. What's the logic of our armor? How does it snap into place? You kind of think these things through, and you're like, oh, okay, well, it's got to have, it can't be a rough edge through here where she'd hurt herself on her own armor every time she bent either side. It'd just dig in, and she'd hate it. So, it's becoming really messy, and I can't tell whether I'm just adding. I must be adding things to it. That's what's going on. Desperately be fixed. Okay. I got that. I got that. I'm going to let it go around to the side over there like that, and it should be just fine. I don't need this line. Look at all these extra lines. Like I said, I've figured out like a better way to deal with all of these things. That's a messy line too. There we go. There we go. Much, much better. Alright. So we looking at the sides there, that works really well. Both sides seem to have it locked into place pretty well. Okay, I'm gonna go up here and unlike the other one, I've got kind of a little bit of a problem with the eyes up here. It looks like they're too direct. I feel like they need to be tilted a little bit. Like that, and maybe move down more. It's hard to tell because her eyes don't match. As far as a character goes, right? There we go. That looks a lot better. She's looking kind of down at you. Right? So, that also changes the dynamics of her brows, though, too, I think. Because the face is tilted upward. So let's go ahead and do some simplifying of the brows so that they aren't difficult to deal with. control these guys a little bit better. Bring them up more like this. I mean, she's supposed to kind of look like Vasquez, but she looks a little too much like Vasquez right now. So let's kind of back her off. And actually, this entire unit can go back and over, I think. Move it like so. Why do that even? Control D deselects, just like it does in Photoshop. Go in here and move. This is a little harder because we've got this scar. So I'm going to kind of get this out of the way, that scar. And now this is the scars. Okay, so we're going to do this. There we go. Got like a few lines in here, it looks like. So we're going to do this and this. As I had said earlier, the eyes are the most important piece of the face because we look at eyes. We look at eyes to tell us what the emotion of the character is and what he or she is feeling. And so we're going to look at her eyes to see what her feeling is. It looks kind of like surprise. So, surprise, you're in this game suddenly. Didn't know, but now you do. And then that's okay. So I'm going to cross some lines like this. So let's go ahead and do this. That's a whole lot better. Kind of crossing through here like this, moving up like that, moving up like this. Oh boy. Harder than it looks. Okay. There we go. Much better. Cleaner, nicer, it doesn't look weird. She doesn't look like she's about to kill you and your grandchildren. Which, she did kind of look like that earlier, to be fair. Okay, let's straighten up these guys a little. So we can work on them. This one's a little easier to do than the last one because I'm not in as much of a hurry with this particular one, so I'm going to be able to easily get this to work a lot better. There we go. So, same thing over here. I'm just distributing out the dots, the control points. This makes it just a little easier for me to figure out what I'm doing with it and shape the eye. And also, the fewer control points you have, the more direct that line is. So, you want to really you want to simplify and get these down to as few control points as possible. Right? Because then it's a lot easier to control this because it will always do a curve. It can do a curve. There. Now we've done that. This should only be a couple of control points like that. Perfect. We can get that right in there. Now we only have a couple of control points to worry about. And this becomes much easier to make as a curved line. Scale it up and scale it down in a targeted way. Alright. My music is very salsa, so. So now we've done that, increased some of this over here. Really kind of need just a little bit of balance in here. This is not very obvious. I just line with, scale it up, right there. Right there. Right. Scale it down like this. There we go. Perfect. Now we'll go over here and do the same thing, simplify. That's pretty simple. Now we can go here and do this. And we'll just get a sinuous one-liner. Right out like that. Amazing. This up. Effort. That's a mess. I think I'm just going to leave it exactly where it is. I'm just not going to do that. It's kind of like, nope. And I'm getting involved in that. There we go. Ooh, undo. Ooh, awesome. Okay, let's just and we'll just fix that just a little bit at a time over here. I kind of want this up, I kind of want this down. And then we'll move this guy right here, this guy right here, and that guy goes right there. And we'll do the same thing, adjust the line width, We're going to scale up the width out here at the end. I feel like now looking at this, I love this eye, and I feel like this eye is not as curvy. Alright, now they match. Look at that. Look at that. Almost like that panda. And that cleaned up real nice and neat. This. There we go. Now she looks like she's doing good. I mean, you know, she clearly has these scars on her, so she's not doing that good. Whatever she did bad. Somewhere. She lost the line. Maybe she was a pirate. I'd like to buy an eye. Oh, come on. That was fun. Could I have an R? These are good. Okay. There we go. And we'll adjust the line width here to adjust the line width up and go like this. And I'm going to simplify this vector line because it's way out of line here. Oh, look at that. They're not connected. That's part of the reason why we're not even connected. And this is why I can't take you. This is just saying. The truth is, I'm afraid to make this line. Right? Because if we just have this line, that line should do the job that this line's doing, or at least pretending to do. I'm doing it better. So we'll take this guy. And this line. Very elegant chin without having to fight with it. You know what I mean? I don't actually have to argue about this and fight. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. We'll adjust the line width, and I'll scale it up just a hair here. Then we'll go back down, and we'll move this to there, that to there, that to there. This to there, that to there, that to there, there. There, 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 there. Okay, we're gonna do some work right in this intersection. It's hard. And there we go. Perfect. Okay. Back to simplifying. Let's simplify this because it really needs to be simplified. Okay. And then we can take these. And now I can dock this, I think. Connect the vector line right there. Right there. And we can dock this. That's simplified. Yeah. Bring this around, bring that around. We got a hard point here, but that's perfect. That's okay. extraordinarily fascinated with how well this is working, actually. All right. Take that right there. Okay. One thing I am going to note is we have about 15 minutes left on this. So we're going to extend this control point out right here. I have like 3 of them. What's going on over here? You. I see, and then you. Did it go around in circles here? Must have gone around in circles. It's a bit rough to deal with, but then it was. Okay. So, what we really want to do is kill that line. Let's kill this line. Yeah. Okay, now with this guy, we have this one line through here. Back you up like that. Alright, just like this. So this line indicates just really what's going on right here. No big deal. Adjust the line width. Scale it up right there. Dork. And then get it right through. And I'm going to bring this back around like that. Okay, clean that up. Adjust the line width. Scale up right here, and right here, and right there. Right in this divot. Right here. Simplify this. That's a mess. Okay, I'm going to take this control point right here. Right, connect this vector line. That all belongs together. Simplify this. Take the control point. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Simplify. We're going to do the same thing over here. Just simplify that. Let's just get this straightened out. Take this guy over here. That. And we're going to trim. And back to here. And we're going to connect just like that. Now we've got a few control points in here, so we're going to simplify our work. Then we're going to take this control point right here, give it just a little bit of shape, because she's got to have some shape right in here. Same thing for the bottom, because even though it's armor, it should at least be somewhat curved, because that would be irritating if it wasn't. We're going to do the same thing down here too. We're going to do 2 conflicting lines. Alright, so we're going to bring that through. Trim there and there. Back in here. Connect this vector line. And simplify. Now we've got a control point. Should be here. Control point that's there. Then we're bringing the curve out just a little bit. There we go, just like that. There. Now we'll adjust the line width. We'll scale it up. Bork right there. And bork right there. This gives there's just a little bit of, let's be simplified. Simplify. To simplify it, we should be able to control easy. Yeah, it looks like it's 2 lines. Oh, I am really into this 2-line thing here today. Connect. Simplify. Just line. Scale up. Actually, let's fix its width. There we go. Now we can scale up as a uniform round. So let's be simplified as usual. Control point. Bring that around. Boy. Why did you not get simple anymore? Boy, I change you up and you don't get simple anymore, huh? Okay, bring that out. Bring that out. The truth is, I want this to be rounded. Because this is on the arm, and the arm should be round. And even if, like, you look at the design, you're like, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be necessarily round. It's still going to, you want it to be round-ish. So I'm going to go ahead and tap across. Whoa! Tap too many things. Tap across there, tap across there. There we go. I'm going to bring that across. Now, if I were to connect these guys, then we get a little bit more thickness through it. That helps. Right. Adjust the line width. Tap that up. Tap that up. All right. Now we're getting quite a bit into this here. All right. All looks good. A couple more pieces here. We just pretty much have to do what we can. Like, this needs to be simplified. I need to have like a procedure for this, you know? One. I love that usually it leaves me like 3 points. But either way, I get a really nice, elegant curve out of it. That's really what I'm after. In the end, that's what I'm after, is elegant curves. Kind of, if I had been smart, I could have just extended that, right? Just like this. And then I don't need that. This line right here can go away. Because I can then take this curve and just continue the curve. And it looks like a natural extension of that line. Which works really well. It's very elegant. Elegance and lines are, that's what makes one work. Okay. Mess sort of in here, it looks like. This one's kind of a mess too. Dang it. All right. Here she's cleaning up some of these vectors. They'll talk to each other. Rounding off a rubber too. Just so that she doesn't have bits chewing into her skin or anything like that. Hey, much more elegant. All right. Now, the other thing that this character has is she's got beads that she had on her hair. She beaded her hair. In the original, so this character was a design. She's a Pathfinder character. It's being modified up to Starfinder. So I've got to go in here and we've got to kind of just make her look a little bit more like her Pathfinder character, although she is completely different now, of course. So she had like this, and it went like that, and then we had a bead, we had a bead, we had a bead, we had a bead, and we had this thing came up like that. And now what we have to do is just go in here and do that, and that, and that, and that, and poof, instant there. What we're going to do is also take this guy, simplify, go in here, and simplify this guy. Mostly because he's in the way. I'm going to have to move around, and I know that. And so I'm going to do that. There. Just like that. I'm going to make sure my restream is on top of this. There we go. Alright. Really make sure it's going there. Over here. Don't even know what this is. I think it's just a dot. There we go. Right. Smoke is starting to really get to me. If you're joining me from elsewhere in the world, Colorado has a number of fires that have been burning for a while, and it gets to me after a while, and it's pretty rough. I'm sure it's getting to the people whose houses it's burned. It's even worse. So the question really is, where do these beads lie? Can I just lie to the side, I think? Yeah. She had 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I get the impression she didn't have the beads on the other side. I mean, it's hard to tell in the original picture. But all right. She's getting there. Okay. Well, that works for me. There you go. So we've kind of gotten that kind of thing going. We've gotten pretty good in here. I feel like this is coming along nicely. We'll have more of that guy probably tomorrow, maybe. Let's see. So I'm going to go on ahead. We're going to go to lunch early so that we can get to lunch with the kid. And I will see you all then tomorrow. Thanks for joining me, Michael. It was good having you here, even though I probably have condemned you to a horrible fate of actually getting Clip Studio Paint. That may be what happened. It was good to see you, Donald. I hope you're doing okay. I hope your aunt's doing okay. I know that you're at the doctor with her, so I hope that she's doing fine. That works for me. So, okay, guys. Well, that's all that we've got for today. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day.